This Withings Body Plus Smart Scale is over $80, and from what I can see and even noted on the box, it's the #1 scale sold worldwide. It has a ton of reviews, and Withings even states on their box it has high accuracy. So does it? Let's get into it. So one of my top videos on my channel is exactly why you shouldn't buy an expensive body fat scale, even though I did. But it's only for this review, and I gotta tell you, I'm on a mission to find one that's worth spending the money on over my $20 scale. The short of it is, bioelectrical impedance, the method used to discern your body composition in at-home scales, is just inaccurate. It's no fault of the quality of these scales, but a limitation of the technology. If you want to know more about that, go check out that video. Because this video is focused on the claims and performance of the Withings scale, and specifically, I bought the Body Plus Smart Scale. It says it has advanced weight monitoring, full body composition, pregnancy, baby, and athlete mode, and automatic recognition. And I gotta say, most scales also have this, including my $20 scale. But it does say there is patented positioning aid technology for weight precision, and I would normally do a breakdown of the patent, but this video is focused on body fat. I really don't think anyone should care about their weight when it's actually body fat, and especially visceral fat, that we want to get rid of. You want some fat on your body, but excess is what can lead to screwing up normal bodily functions and lead to cardiovascular disease. So let's talk about how this review was done. First, I needed to get the most accurate test available to consumers. And secondly, I made sure to test the same in the mornings, meaning first thing in the morning before I had any liquids and after I've used the bathroom to minimize any effects on the impedance readings. And I did it completely naked as to add no other weight. So to set the standard body fat that we want the readings to hit, I went and got a dual energy X-ray absorptiometry scan, or Dexa. You lay down on this massive device and let the scanner that uses two harmless X-ray energies do a complete top to bottom scan of your body. The readings spit out the different densities and compositions of your body to show you bone, tissue, and fat readings. It's known as the gold standard for bone density readings and notably accurate enough to be relied upon in clinical studies for measuring body fat. My Dexa measured my body fat at 14.5%, with a majority of the current fat stored around my midsection and my ass. And I say this because fat distribution is important for the readings we get from our at-home scales, because the bioelectrical impedance reading is mainly from the lower half of your body, as the electrical current travel goes up from one foot and down the other. That's why you see the more expensive in-body scales at the gym with hand components as well. I wait until the next morning to take my reading in my normal routine. My $20 scale measured myself at 15%, and the Withings scale showed 15.6%, and it is in athlete mode. And so we're talking a 1.1% increase difference of the Dexa reading, which at 201 pounds would be an additional 2.2 pounds of fat on my frame, or even 1.2 pounds more than my $20 scale. However, the next morning I took another reading and the Withings scale showed 15% for my body fat. And just to see if there was anything that could have changed, I used my $20 scale, which again showed 15%, and each showed the same scale weight of 200 pounds. So my first reading with the Withings scale showed me 23.3% body fat, which threw me way the hell off. Then it had multiple readings of 15.6%, and then it dropped down to 15%. Over the course of just 5 days, the weight reduced a couple of pounds. That would have meant I was able to drop 1.2 pounds of pure fat in that amount of time, and I guess that could be possible, but it's more likely I lost water weight quickly that was reflected as fat in the readings. So one thing I preach is don't rely on these home scales for actual readings, but use them for trends. And as long as that body fat number is trending downward, then you're on the right track. And it has with the Withings scale, and we'll just throw that 23% number out the door because I have no idea what happened with that. But my $20 scale has also performed just as well, if not better. I just haven't seen anything with the Withings scale that would show me why you should spend $60 more on this than my cheap Fit Index scale. Maybe certain integration with their Withings ecosystem, but that's not something I'm familiar with, but ease of use sometimes is definitely worth the money. Now lastly, I want to say that devices like these vary from person to person. There's just so many variables that can affect the accuracy, like sex, current body composition, and genetics. So keep that in mind while you consider what I've discussed in this video. And that wraps it up. I'm still on the search for any at-home scale that I think is worth spending money on, and as time goes on, I have little faith it'll show up. But if you have one you think I should look into, let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out, and I'm going to go return this to Best Buy. So I'll see you later.